I'd like to share my impressions of McClelland Hunter Blend pipe tobacco while enjoying a pipe. Howdy y'all, Virginia Piper here. The Keurig coffee maker, hated by coffee connoisseurs and justifiably so by environmentalists. You know, they really should come up with a plastic that'll break down after, I don't know, 100 years. But it has opened up a world of coffees to our household. Some interesting ones, and others, well, a little more run-of-the-mill. The flavor of the hazelnut pairs well with coffee, but can it pair well with pipe tobacco? Years ago, I tried a tinderbox blend with some hazelnut flavoring. As I recall, it was okay. I could taste more of the hazelnut than the tobacco itself, so it really didn't hold my interest. McClelland does this pairing in their Hunter Blend Labrador pipe tobacco. I tried out this blend for the first time about a week ago, and what follows is a video of my first impression. And so, here is my first impression of Eric Nording's Hunter Blend pipe tobacco, specifically Labrador. And this does come from the McClelland Tobacco Company. Let's see here. As far as the tin itself, it is really cool. There we see a hunter along with his dog there. Doesn't really look too much like a black lab, but again, it just could be a shading type thing. Not terribly important. You know, I think there's just kind of like a general feel that they're hoping to replicate here. And I can read the note or the description on the tin. So I will do that now, just so we can kind of become acquainted with the pipe tobacco. It says it is a classic blend of smooth, fragrant black Cavendish, mellow burley, and sweet Virginia, enhanced with a light caramel hazelnut note, rich and satisfying. So we're going to find out just how rich and satisfying this pipe tobacco is. The first thing we are going to do is crack open the tin. And so take the top off here. We have the pull thing here, and we're going to crack it open. As you know from my previous first impression video, I love cracking open a new tin. And there you go. You heard that cracking noise. Let's pull that tab up. And like the other, it's a bit stubborn. No worries. I got it. So let's take a look inside. And this very much has the same appearance as the other McClelland blends that I have reviewed. So again, some light and dark flakes. As usual, the consistency is perfect. Again, not too moist, not too dry, just right. I really, really like that. Of course, another great thing about a tin opening is taking in that tin note. And that's what I'm going to do. Interesting. I am picking up the hazelnut for sure. Thinking probably some vanilla and a specific maybe, kind of like probably a little bit of a burley smell as well in there. I'm still learning how to distinguish those smells from the tin. So, you know, I could be like completely off on this. But the next step and probably the most important one is going to be putting this in a pipe and lighting it. Okay, through the magic of video editing, I have already packed the pipe. And so now we're going to light it and give this a really good try. And here we go. Interesting. This time around, I am picking up some of the flavors that I had smelled in the tin. There's a nuttiness here, and it's hard for me to distinguish whether it is from the hazelnut or the burley. Again, also a very pleasant pipe tobacco. Again, as some of the other McClelland blends that I've tried, it's on the subtle side. But the flavors are a bit more pronounced than the chocolate silk and town topic I've recently reviewed. Again, I think I would have appreciated a little bit more of the taste of the tobacco. But I am liking this. Now, since we have hazelnut going here, I'm half thinking about mixing this with the chocolate silk, just seeing what comes out of it. Nonetheless, quite nice. And so there you have it, my first impression of this blend. I continued to familiarize myself with this blend over the past several days. For your edification, I've recorded another impression of it. I'm picking up on that nuttiness, especially as I lit the pipe. Interestingly enough, this time around I'm picking up on a little bit more flavor. And again, kind of a creaminess a little bit this time. Now I believe I'm retrohaling as I'm pushing the smoke through my nose. Picking up maybe a little more flavor there, but not a tremendous amount. I think what it is about this pipe tobacco is it's one that you do have to kind of sit back and enjoy a little bit, take it in. And that's probably one of the challenges that I've had with the McClelland blends so far, that I've tended to kind of smoke them like I would, remember, like my Lane 1Q, where essentially the flavors in that blend kind of jump out at you. So I've not had to pay a whole lot of attention. And I think essentially if you were to smoke this and some of the other McClelland blends that I've reviewed so far, if you kind of smoke it that way without much thought to it, it's possible to miss out on a lot. So this probably wouldn't be best enjoyed while multitasking. But just for kind of taking in the experience, just for lighting a pipe, just to enjoy a pipe. Kind of sitting back, taking it in. And I think that's a lesson that I've been learning as I've been going through some of these pipe tobaccos. That I think the more you try and just sort of concentrate on the pipe smoking itself and the pipe tobacco, the more you're going to get out of them. Now I realize all of this is probably obvious to most of you who have been trying out a lot of these artisan blends. And you'd think I'd know that after all of my years of pipe smoking. But you got to realize, for the most part, I'm a one blend type of guy. And I tend to enjoy pipe smoking while engaged in other activities. So enjoying a pipe this way is a relatively new experience for me. So, pretty good blend. Now I got an idea. If I were to mix McClelland Chocolate Silk with the Hunter blend, which has that hazelnut going for it, I think I'd arrive at a Nutella blend. Could it work? Sounds like a topic for another video. Stay tuned and have a great one, y'all.